And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by friends at Gameology.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Space Sheep.
Use the Force.
Use the Force. It has the like a Star Wars theme. There's
the box says this is a parody.
Yeah, the shepherds are in the shape of the Millennium Falcon. A lot of things like that, like these are Allegiance cards, but it's Star Wars themed space sheep. So take that for what that is, which as we get through you'll see is nothing, because this is more of an abstract game. This is a cooperative abstract puzzle solving game. As you play, you are trying to match all of the sheeps with their shepherds in their home system by color. So orange, any orange system. You want to have that all around the board. When you do that, you win. If you run out of cards, you lose. And you can run out of the cards in your hand, deck, and anything you've put on the defense console. You're trying to beat the game, which is the wolf. And the wolf will move around and you can knock him over and try to get him back up. And there's the one player is the supreme flock commander that is in charge of making sure that the wolf doesn't eat us. Let's just jump into simplicity versus complexity.
First, I want to say you can vary the complexity by having fewer of these planets or these systems out. So if you have fewer of them, then it's easier. And maybe that makes it... We haven't played with the easiest amount. So maybe if you only had 3, it would be a pretty nice family game.
I don't know if you can play with as few as 3.
I feel like there's a family game variant we haven't played, and it is geared towards younger people. So I feel like it has to play a certain... I haven't read it. But what we've played has been incredibly difficult. I mean, just because it's just so hard to wrap your mind around what the heck is going on. So this says move 3 behind the purple, this is variable, sheep. Which means you have to play a red card, because this is the red system in which to activate this. So you have to play a red card or wild. So say I play a wild, then I have to choose which one of these to move. And so, this is purple sheep. So, that's silly. So, I would move 3 behind...
You would have just moved it 3 behind the purple sheep?
Oh, 3 behind the yellow sheep to define the yellow sheep here. And then behind is going to be clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever one. And so you have to do that and move... Okay, and all while that is happening, you have to make sure this timer doesn't run out. Because the timer runs out, the wolf attacks. So, the first thing you have to do is make sure the wolf is knocked down. He's at the yellow system right now, so you've got to play a yellow card to knock him down. Then, the commander who has this, is in charge of it, can, when this is turned over, when it's almost out, flip it over and pick that thing up and roll the dice and move it again. So you have to do that, or else you lose a ton of cards. So that's happening while you're trying to figure this out. Once the wolf is down, everyone can rest a little bit for the next 30 seconds to figure that out. So, I'm going to say mind-boggling, confusing.
This game is so hard. It's so difficult, but it's so simple. There are only so few things to do. You can activate a system, like Molly said, to do whatever the text is. Move 1 behind the green shepherd, and you can move either of these. Or you can activate a shepherd, play a card of that color and move it. Or you can play a defense to knock down the... Or you can knock down the wolf, or you can play a defense card to the mat to help put a little shielding between you and the wolf. But then, it's timed, and you get stuff like this. Move 1 past the purple sheep if that color shepherd is home. Otherwise, move 1 behind that color sheep. And and it just moved, and you're trying to figure it out while the timer's going, and everyone's freaking out. This is such a difficult game, but simple to.
You have one action. You can only do one
There's
thing.
Only a couple things to do. Luck versus strategy.
I guess I'll have to say strategy. Just strategy. There is some luck in what comes out if these are simple or complicated, but you can also vary that, so...
This is a strategic game. It's an abstract, and I find that abstracts tend towards strategy more than luck. I mean, you can have a lucky strategy or a lucky abstract game, but for the most part, I feel like it's just a genre that cultivates a strategic feel. And an appearance is made by a Megalodon, who made me have to get up in the middle of this, and that's why you saw some editing right there. Anyway, I was saying that this is a largely strategic game. Fun versus boring... I find this game not to be that fun. I felt like it was supposed to be more fun by the theme on the box. Space Sheep, use the Force, you got the classic Star Wars pose here. But you know what? It doesn't have any theme at all. It really feels more like an abstract, and I wouldn't have been disappointed. I'd be like, an abstract, I'll play an abstract. But instead, I feel like, I was coming here for a thematic game, and it didn't deliver. On top of that, I don't like being the Supreme Flock Commander. The Supreme Flock Commander has to pay attention to the timer, and even on their turn, and constantly be aware of it, roll for where the wolf is going, tell people where the wolf is, and I feel like it's just a little too involved, and I don't get to play my turn while that's happening. It's a fun enough game because it's timed. The puzzle aspect is just such a brain burner that I find it to be a little too much for me.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the similar camp. It is so mind-boggling for some reason. Just like Tom said, how do you even... I don't know. We haven't lost. Maybe because I think you can also vary the number of cards for each color you put in. So if you put fewer cards of a color, it's harder. Or if you don't pay attention to this enough. But our first thing is always to knock over the wolf. So if you do that, you're pretty good, because then this can be flipped at any time. You won't ever have to use these. I don't know. On BGG rating, I'd probably give it a 5. I wouldn't turn it down because it is a fun co-op, but I wouldn't suggest it all the time.
So I would also go 5 in that it's the middle of the road for how much I want to play it, but it's well enough designed. I wouldn't give it less than that. Like it's definitely a well designed game, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. Yeah. Especially if they knew from the outset that it was an abstract. Right. And you like a cool cooperative abstract. Like, I don't feel like there are a lot of those. No. But so it is well designed, but just as much as I want to play it, I'd go with the 5.
Yeah. Space Sheep, we've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.